Hello, ladies and gentlemen, greetings and salutations. Um, this is Aeon coming back with you, doing a little bit of a Dominaria draft this time around. So something last draft I did was vintage, so I wanted to try something a little different. So looking at the first pack, um, there's a couple cards that I like. I kind of like Umizawa is a good card. But there's nothing like Eviscerate's really good, but I don't see anything that just beats Forebear's Blade. Forebear's Blade can be really good in the right deck. Works really good in the white, like the white red aggressive deck, or even potentially like a white black knight deck. Yeah, it just seems good. Anything that wants to have dudes, and I think I can put that in almost anything. So I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Move that there. All right. So Tatiova, Flame of Killed, Time of Ice. Call Cavalry's okay. I like Aven Sentry. Deep Freeze is super solid removal. As is Gideon's Reproach, actually. I think I'm going to try to take that. I want to try to either be in red, white, or red, black if I want to take care of Forebear's Blade. I personally think that, or white, black, or white, red, I'm so sorry. I personally think that white is one of the stronger colors, period, so I'm not upset with trying to go into white. Wherever it leads me may kind of change my opinion, but I do think that it's a good place to start, so we're going to go ahead and do the Gideon's Approach. Okay, Board the Weatherlight. There is a Knight of Malice. It's a really good card. There's another Deep Freeze. There's potential for a really good blue deck, it looks like. I like Winggrace Acolyte a lot. Huh. Do I... It's too early for me to try to pivot, I think. I'm not sure here. I'm not sure what the correct choice is. I think I'm going to take the Knight of Malice. And just try that. Okay. Mace Unicorn is eh. Cabal Evangel's okay. Another blue card. I don't know if anyone's actually in blue or not. Mace Unicorn's okay. It's really good with equipment, in all fairness. I'm gonna take the Unicorn. I may end up going blue-white if I keep seeing a lot of... Because, like, I'm seeing some good blue stuff actually make its way through. And I'm not seeing a whole lot of... This is still really early, by the way, so... Adamant Will's a super strong card. I think I take Adamant Will. So, Knight of Numenera is 3-1. Jousting Lance would go good in that type of deck. Go ahead and take the Knight. Nothing really exciting. I think I'm going to take the Tragic Poet just for if I do end up pulling like an On Sarah's Wings or something like that. would be helpful. Champion of the Flame. Champion of the Flame can be silly good. I think I may try to plant a flag and go with the red-white enchantment and equipment package to go with the Champion of the Flame. Which red-white is kind of where I like to be anyway for that, for a type of aggressive deck. Okay. Benevolent Honor Guard is just a pretty solid card in general. Because we want to keep our curve low. I hope everyone's been enjoying themselves. And looking forward to M19. I've got an interesting brew I want. Like when M19 comes on Magic Online, I'm probably going to make a video about a brew I've been kind of tinkering with. I'm just gonna take this because I'm gonna take Artificial Assistant. If I end up having to pivot to blue, that'd be a decent card. Okay. Go ahead and take her. Green seems to be pretty open too, actually. I'm still pretty solid white splashing. And I've got a few cards to potentially splash in with. I still could go any few ways. But anyway, the brew that I'm looking at is something I actually have a list in paper now, and I put it together just to have something that I can play with at FNM and enjoy. Ooh, okay, yeah, there we go. There's another Champion of the Flame. I think I'm gonna try. Like I say, I think that's where I want. Let me say this. That's where I want to be. Whether or not it's gonna work out that way, it's kind of hard to tell. Oh, that's a really good card. We also have Radiating Lightning. The Pegasus is really good. I think I want Tiana there. Because if I'm going to need to pick up more equipment and everything as we go forward, but she fits so well in that strategy. It just kind of depends. Like right now I literally have one thing to take advantage of. So we're really kind of hedging that I'm going to be able to pick up some cards in this pack and in the next one. But no, it's a Jund colored dragon deck just because I fell in love with Daragaz Reincarnated. That card it's silly good. It just wins games out of nowhere, and the deck is surprisingly good. I'm not saying it's going to crush a standard event or anything like that, but it's surprisingly fun. So, some of the new dragon support that's coming out in M19, which is really funny for me to say, but some of the new cards that are coming out are actually, in my mind, could potentially be really beneficial to it. I'm going to be trying some of that out. And hopefully I'll be able to make a video out of it, because I think it'd be fun. So, alright. I see no equipment or auras, which is kind of not where I want to be, but at the same time, a Radiating Lightning is really solid. In the right setup, post combat, resolving a Radiating Lightning can be really good, especially with if I do end up having a Tiana out, like they block, or I end up having to block something with 4 power with Tiana. Well, she has first strike. All I have to do is Radiant Lightning them, and then she can take down something bigger than her, which is very nice. I mean, it's also it's removal. That's a thing. Something for anyone who would be, kind of new to drafting, wondering how to kind of prioritize your picks. And this has not been the greatest draft to display this, because I kind of planted a flag in an archetype, and I'm trying to build towards that, so it's a little bit different now. But there are a couple schools of thought. The simplest one, and kind of one to give you a starting point when learning how to draft, is the bread principle. Bombs, removal, evasion. Hold on, let me look at that. Um, so it's kind of a toss-up between another Adamant Will and the Sergeant at Arms. I think I take the Sergeant at Arms because I don't necessarily want another Radiant Lightning. Just gonna take the Sergeant. Yeah, totally going with Joda. I think I'm gonna go. For this one. I think I do Blessed Light. Yeah, methinks I'm not the only one in this deck. Either that or this could have just been a very, very light pack for that. I don't see myself necessarily going to another color. I think I'm actually going to take the Hinterland Harbor, just because I didn't see anything else in there that would really benefit me, and I like building up things. So here's a question. So Sorcerer's Wand. Sorcerer's Wand is a quick creature. This creature deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. If this creature is a wizard, it deals 2 damage instead, and equips for 3. It's a 1-mana equipment. So if I do equip it onto Champion of the Flame, he will get his buff. So I do think I'd do. Oh, actually, wow! I'm sitting here talking about Sorcerer's Wand, and I've got a dub here. Yeah, I think that's amazing. More, please. Let's go with another Sergeant at Arms. There we go. Frenzied Rage. Oh, now we're cooking. Now we're getting somewhere. I suddenly feel much better about how this is going. Yeah, Frenzied Rage. Enchant creature is +2/+1 in Menace, which is going to give him a little bit of evasion, and then Dub is +2/+2 First Strike, and it turns him into a Knight, which that's. I mean, you never know. There are cards that benefit other Knights, so may get something good. But otherwise, he's just got Trample and all these other good abilities. So it's all good from where I'm sitting. So the Davenant Trapper I actually like in this deck. Because the way it actually reads is whenever you cast a historic spell, tap target creature and opponent controls. Artifacts are historic. So if I do end up getting another artifact that I can use to Voltron my guy, and then Tragic Poet, another little bit of redundancy, I guess. Let's go and do another Adamant Will. But if I can get enough artifacts to help power my guy up, then it could be, especially if I end up having to go into the wands. Sure, why not? If I have to go into the wands, that's actually not a bad card. Then I'm able to potentially play a wand, tap something, play another artifact, tap something else. Like there's potential to have some turns where I can sneak in damage. Oh, that, my friends, is good. I am happy to take this all day. Lyra Dawnbringer, exceedingly good card. I have to take it. It's very, very good. As well as there's a short sword in here, which is great. I hope that wheels. It may. Short sword, is not necessarily a auto pick for most decks. So let's go ahead and go with Lyra. She's also going to benefit my Tiana as well. Alright. So I don't see any thing directly that benefits this. There is another Gideon's Approach, which is amazing. There's also Wizard's Lightning, which I don't have Wizards, but it's still a Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike does really good work. And Gideon's Approach is a little bit more situational. I'm going to go ahead and take the Lightning Strike. Or the Lightning Strike. I'm going to go ahead and take the Wizard's Lightning. I've got enough guys, I think. Well, I say enough loosely. Okay, so looking over Thread Temporal Gateway, that's a fun card. I don't see it actually being beneficial. The Short Sword, however, is another one. Wow, it's kind of crazy, just back to back like that. G2 Journey Mage is okay. It's a 3/2. It could do a thing. Don't really see anything else that's really kind of jumping out at me. I don't want to take the Glider. It just doesn't do anything. I don't think I would play. I have a lot of 2-drops. I have a decent amount of 3-drop stuff. I don't think I would actually play the Journey Mage if I did get it. Hmm. I'm gonna. Hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the. I'm gonna go ahead and take the glider. It does have evasion if I need to board it. It's not something I'm gonna main board, but I can sideboard it. Mending Dominaria is fun. Not not good enough, but it's fun. Charge. Huh. That's a decent little 1 mana spell. How many spells do I have? Right now I've got 13 creatures and 11 spells. So it's between the charge and the Mason Unicorn. I think I take the Unicorn. I don't necessarily want to have to play both, but I think I take it. Gideon's Reproach wield, or I could take a Haphazard Bombardment, which I like, but it's also a little high on the curve. I think I will go ahead and take Gideon's Approach. If I was a more control-y deck, Haphazard Bombard would be good. And right now I'm also keeping my red very splashy. Oh, that's another card that could really be benefit. Oh, also Aven Sentry is really good. 3/5 for 5. So if he enters play and he's kicked, I can return an artifact. So if they do destroy one of my 2 weapons, I can just get it back. Or I could go for an Aven Sentry and get some evasion. I think I want to be more aggressive. I think waiting for something that drops that late is not ideal. Sparring Construct is not bad. I'm not one for combat tricks. If I really don't like them that much. Okay, so a third Gideon's Approach. Is a third Gideon's Approach better than the first Warcry Phoenix? You know what I mean? It's a 2/2 flyer with haste. It has the ability to come back into play. I like it. I think in this instance I take a Knight of Nubenalia. Honor Guard seems decent. Because now I actually have legendary creatures to help trigger that. Cool. I'm not against how this has turned out. I'm kind of excited. And I know before I have in the last draft video I broke it up over a couple videos. You had just the draft, and then you had a few things here. I think I'm going to leave this as just one video. At least I'm going to go ahead and play at least one game with this deck before actually stopping. I'm going to take the Gateway. I'm not going to play it at this point. There's just literally nothing else that I need. And the Gateways are rare. I am only human. And Charge made it back around. That's good. Cool. And De Forest is my last card. Alrighty then, so let's go ahead and just move everything up here. Sort by color first. So blue, black, you go over here. Green as well. And then you go away, you stay. You go away. You go away for right now. Actually, well, so you stay there, I guess. The void can go, and then these lands can go. Okay. So here's what we're looking at. Starting with the things I know have to go in, the 2 champions have to go. Frenzied Rage, Dub, both of the swords, Short Sword and Forebear's Blade. So it puts us at 4 total enablers for the champion. Tiana and then Lyra are really good. Wizard's Lightning. Let's go ahead and get our guys before we look at removal as much. So, let's go ahead and put the 2 Gideon's Approach because I know I'm going to run those. Benelish Honor Guard, super good. Knight of New Benalias. Alright, so I think that's okay for 22. Actually, I'm going to take out the unicorn. This is kind of weird. I'm taking out the unicorn. I'm going to put in sparring partner. Because I do like sparring partner. Let's go ahead and add lands. I actually think 12 and 6 is okay. I don't know if I actually want 18 lands. I think I'm fine to go to 17. Well, I do care about a 5. Let's go 17, add in another Adamant Will. No, I'll leave one Adamant Will, and I will stay at the full 18. That's how I'll submit it. So that's how we'll submit it, and we'll go ahead and roll into a game and see how we do. Alright, gentlefolk. We are starting in on game 1 of our first round here. This isn't the most exciting hand that we could have, but I think we have to keep it. Just because we do have a Lyra. And I can see situations where she just kind of wins on her own. So we're going to go ahead and go Plains, Sparring Construct. And then we're going to ship the turn to the opposition. He's got a swamp. Alright, he's in black. Seems good. Let's go ahead and go red. Probably could have played a Plains to limit information, but that may also be me thinking too hard about it. So smack you to 19. Powerful magic, guys. Swing into the 1/1. Okay, it's blue-black. Alright, there's another Knight of Malice. That can be troublesome, but we do have a Gideon's Approach, so I'm not too worried. I am, however, going to just go ahead and pass the turn. I want him to commit to attacking me before I Gideon's Approach it. Oh, so I'm at the wrong step. Wow, that was a derpy. So I'm not going to declare blockers. Oh god, he's hexproof. I was wondering why that wasn't working. Okay, never mind. I am stupid. I mean, I know you knew this. Anyone who's watched a video of mine already knows this. Yeah, now you're mocking me. Now you're mocking me, deck. Let's go ahead and throw out the Aven Sentry. Makes more sense now, though. Wow, okay. I promised myself I wouldn't do this again. Oh, he's Esper. Well, he's got my favorite color combo plus blue, which blue is my favorite overall color in Magic. So, he's doing something right. I would love another land next turn. I'm willing my deck to have a land on top of it. Oh, I can drop my Dawnbringer. Okay. I like it. Now, if flying hexproof not amount. Oh my god. There's where all my equipment went. Oh, he's not attacking. Okay. So, you are not a... You're not what I was looking for. Huh. So I'll go ahead and do this. In keeping with wanting to make this as not good of a sequence of attacks as I can for him. Because I actually think I'm okay if he wants to present a trade for the knight with the avian. I think I'm okay doing that. He won't, of course, but... Yep. Let's go ahead and block like this. That way we will at least kill something. I'll take 4. And that is the one thing about deep freeze. It stops a lot, but I still have a strong blocker. There's a Lyra for me. And next turn I can give her Menace, and that's when it gets a little harder for him to race me. Because I am kind of clogging up the ground pretty hard. I think, So I'm going to go ahead and do this here. Yeah, I am going to go ahead and run this out. So he can't block me. So I'm hitting for 7. I'm going back to 21. I have a pretty commanding board presence. Okay. Huh. So if I attack with Lyra, he will double block, but I'll kill both his creatures, and I'm holding up 2 Gideon's approaches, and I'm going to gain more life. Oh, not both his creatures. I'll kill his Knight of Malice. Actually, no, I will assign first strike. Yeah, no, I'll kill both his creatures. I'm going to give it another turn. Maybe I can bait an attack out of him that he doesn't mean to do. Okay. So now he may just attack with his other one, Grace Acolyte, which if he does, I'll just kill it. Well, actually, no, it'd be stupid for him to attack with anything because of Lyra. Yeah, let's be aggressive. Okay. So I'm at 28 to his 16. Okay. Hmm. We're just kind of waiting to see who draws who draws something now. And he is going to definitely win the who draws cards race. He has only 15 cards left in his deck to my 24. Because yeah, he milled himself because of the flyers. Here's hoping he didn't draw anything. I need something other than land as well, my friend. I'm going to offer the trade. Whether or not I'll actually let it be a trade, I'm not sure, but I'm going to offer it. Okay. Raph is such a good card. Yeah, I would actually really like for him to block with Raph at this point. Boop, boop. Alright. 26-16. One creature in hand, one creature in play, one card in hand. What's he playing? Okay, so he's gonna do another 2 to me. So, when she enters the battlefield, you may exile target historic card from your graveyard. You may cast non-land cards exiled with Rona. Okay. That's good. So she's starting a Raph. Yeah, that's really good. She can go ahead and drop him this turn if he likes. At the end of the day, though, with the board state the way it is, I may just be able to survive. Like, that may be good enough. Because even with what he's got on board, which is all he has right now because he's nothing in hand, I'm top decking too, so even with what he's got on board, I don't really see myself losing very easily. So we're going to play this. Which gives me another body in the air. And a first striker too, so. pass priority back to user. Go ahead and play Raph. Hit me for another 2. Okay. Yeah, the Cabal Paladin needs to die. Still thinning his deck out there. I mean, I know waiting for him to mill himself out isn't the best strategy in the world, but it's a strategy, alright? Alright, so he's no cards in hand, so what he's got is what he's got. Alright, so he's equipping the lance. Okay. So you have a 5/3 first striker with flying. So now you're able to actually block my Tiana. Pass turn. Ooh, opponent's getting a little greedy there. Oh wow, she actually hit a legendary permanent too. Huh. That could be problematic, but he can't really attack with it because of Tiana. And if he attacks with both flyers, I'm just taking damage. Another planes. Maybe 18 lands is too much. Pass and turn. Yeah, she's super good. Because that eviscerate's gonna take out my flyer. Yep. Okay, I'm not sure what I can do here now. So I'm gonna take 9. I can't do anything about it. Put me in wow. Oh yeah, it is 9 total. Yep, so it takes me to 9. I have no cards in hand, sir. I get something or I lose. That's where we're at. And the plains is not gonna do it. Alright, game 2. Taking a land out, that may be a bad idea. That's what I'm doing. Invoke the Divine's great in this one, at least it looks like it is. Warcry Phoenix is good because it's a flyer, he's got a bunch of flying threats. Another Adamant Will. Go down the Trapper. Yeah, let's try that. Yeah, you just ground me down with value on that one. I will be on the play. This one's actually not bad. I have a lot of things I could make this a lot better too. Like if I end up drawing an artifact or an enchantment on my first draw step, it'll make this a lot better. My opponent has mold, so he's down to 6 cards. Go 2-5. Go 2-5. Go 2-5. Okay, so he has gone down to 5, and he keeps. Okay. Alright. Second verse, same as the first. Sparring Construct. Pass turn. Ooh. So I'm gonna go ahead and go Champion of the Flame. Attack with Sparring Construct. Hoping he doesn't have any removal for the champion. Because if not, I'm just going to be able to sword and swing in for 1,000,000. Well, figure 1,000,000, of course. Okay. Certainly not a bad card for opponent. I'm going to attack with both. Because the way it'll work is if he blocks the construct, it'll put a 1/1 counter on that and it'll still be taking the 5. Okay. Next turn's another super aggressive. It'll be a Warcry Phoenix attack. If you're not going to block, attack me. I think he's hoping I play a white source. Or a white creature, rather. Spread it out a little bit. The reason I spread that out a little bit is that way if he does hit a spell to lock down my champion, I still have a 3/3 in the air. Okay. Attack with the team. Yep. He needs an answer now. Because he can deal, now he can deal with my champion if he equips the Jousting Lance, but I've still got 3 in the air. Okay, that's a way to deal with that. It's also a way to gain some life too. But it also means he is open for the champion. So, attack with everything. Because I'll actually be okay with trading the board here, because then I can just fill it right back up. Okay. So it did make his knight stronger, but now I have 3 bodies. So next turn I can attack and then activate the Warcry Phoenix. Alright, cool. So let's go again. Alright, that worked a lot better than it did last time. I think I'm still good with the deck built as is. That was just the type of hand that I need to really get going. Cool. So this deck has got a little fire to it. All right. That was also on him on a mulligan to 5 too. So which does suck for him. I don't like to wish stuff like that on anybody. It's a super slow start. I don't have anything to do. And his deck is really good, by the way. Like, that's one thing I do want to point out. His deck is very strong. I could try to mulligan for something better. I think I do. Okay, yeah, that's decent. Because I actually have a drop early. If I draw a white man, I'm good. Keep this, and I will scry when the time comes. Oh, wow. So he has gone down to 5 again, so I don't feel as bad. I'm going to put that on the bottom of my library. I'm going to say I'm hoping I draw a white source. Sweet. Alright, so I don't have a turn 1 guy, but I do have a plains. I think I'm going to hedge my bet and see if I can get lucky and draw something to put on him during my next turn. If nothing else, Champion is something he does have to try to deal with. And even if I attack with a naked, I do have an Adamant Will to potentially slap on it. Oh, he is on straight blue right now. Eesh. Tough for him. Okay, no artifact or enchantment, but... let's go ahead and try to sneak some damage in with an Adamant Will. Next turn, if I draw another plains, next turn is going to be good, because I'll be able to drop both of those guys. Okay. Try to get some value going with her. It's a darn good way to do it. Yeah, she is a very good card. So is that, though. Let's go ahead and make you scary, my friend. She's now a 5/5 first striking trample guy. And he's got plenty of outs at this point, but I'd love another plains. I'd love to be able to play Lyra. Okay. So you're gonna gain some life. There we go. On curve, what do you know? Okay, so I have first strike, so he can't actually possibly kill my guy. He can block it effectively, but... or not. Alright. We got 2 5/5s. We'll see what he does. Okay, so there we go. He's probably going to search up his planes now. Sorry if I've been a bit quiet. It's a combination of me being tired, and this actually is a pretty fun game. Like, I feel like I'm going to put forth a little bit of effort to actually, to make sure I actually get a good sequence going. I think I just play out her to get more aerial support, and she's also going to get buffed by Lyra, which is fantastic. So if I attack with the Champion of the Flame, yeah, I still don't think there's a way that he could actually kill it. Because of the first strike damage, because nothing else has first strike. Oh, and Lyra also gives Tiana plus lifelink as well, so she's a 4/4 first striking lifelink flyer. That's fine. Alright. One nice thing about having Tiana in play, and if he does have removal, it's going at Lyra, but if there was a way that he could have been killed, then Dove would have come back to my hand, and I would just be able to put it on someone. Alright. 3 cards in hand, 4 mana. What's he got? Because better be something. Another Tolarian Scholar. Well, as much as I love a 2/3 for 3, I am not filled with hope. Okay, so it can actually block my Lyra, which is good. Alright. Let's go attacking. Attack with everybody. Alright. Send down to 5. Let's go ahead and play an Honor Guard, who will be a 4/2. Let's go ahead and play a Knight of Dominaria as well. Just to try to hopefully put the nail in the coffin here. Alright, sweet. GG. Thank you, sir. Alright, cool. So that's a good way to start this. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and end this here. I will finish up the rest of these games at some point very soon. And I will get them posted soon. So thank you very much, anybody who did watch and enjoyed this. If you liked the video, please hit that like button. If you would like to see more of my stuff, please subscribe. I'm going to be doing this at least a couple videos a week, and just I'm holding myself to that. I believe it. I can do it. If you believe it, you can achieve it. Remember that. That is very corny, but it's true. So thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful time just playing Magic or whatever it is you're playing. Take care.